how do you do it all as a working parent, spouse, daughter, sister, auntie, friend, uh, committee chairperson, I don't know, all the things, right? So how do we do it all? And I came up with this method. I don't even know when I came up with it. My husband asked me one day, this was a couple years ago, what's on your mind? Why are you not sleeping? What do you have? And I don't know why that question got me. And the next day I took a piece of paper, blank piece of paper like this, and I started doing, I need a pen. I started doing what I normally do, which is just doodling. And I suddenly started writing down the things that were in my brain. So I might write down that I'm thinking about my clients. I might write down that I'm thinking about my husband's birthday that happens to be this week. I might write down what are our New Year's Eve plans. So I start by writing all these things down, right? So I just start jotting my clients, Kevin's birthday, New Year's Eve plans. And I leave this piece of paper sitting next to me throughout the whole day. And when something pops in my mind that is something that I can't take care of right this second, I write it down. And at the end of the day, I have a piece of paper that looks like that. Okay? Just a whole bunch of bubbles. I just write all the words out and then I color code it. So there's a different color for my clients. My business is one color. My husband is a color. My daughter has a color. My entertainment or joy has a color. And kind of things I need to do have a color. So I take this whole list, I color it up, and then I sit with it again for about a day. And the longer I look at this picture, the more I realize this is what my brain feels like, right? So all of these little bubbles are what's going on in my brain, what's going on in my head, what's keeping me up at night. And when I let myself write it down and draw it, what I've realized is that I then go back the second day that I'm sitting with this. It's literally a 2-day project that I'm not working on, right? It's oh, I thought that, write it down. Oh, I thought that, write it down. And then I go back and from each of these bubbles, I create an action list, only for the bubbles that matter. So we'll take, for example, I'll do a personal one, not personal, but I am the chairperson for this year's school yearbook for the elementary school. It keeps popping up in my head. There's nothing really for me to work on today, but it keeps popping up of ooh, what are you doing for the yearbook? What are you doing for the yearbook? So for having it on here and all of a sudden I go, yeah, that is something that keeps reoccurring themes that keep waking me up. So I put it on here and then I created some action steps. I needed to talk to the printer. I needed to tell the social media person so that we can get some posts out so we can start getting photos back in. Just to be able to identify what the reoccurring thought is and then to be able to action plan it out, takes the stress away. It just takes the stress away. And then some of the things that end up on here are things that I go, yeah, that's just not actually something I need to worry about. And just by saying that's not something I'm going to worry about, it enables you to let it go. So these are my thought bubbles. This is what I tell people. The other thing is it's a huge visual to look at. When I ask other people in my life, men and women are different. Men and women are different. There are many people that have 5 bubbles. Often women, not stereotyping here, often the women in my life that I talk to or walk through this exercise with me, theirs looks very similar to mine. And I probably do this about every 6 to 8 weeks, just as a way to clear out my head. Helpful? Maybe? What's your system for clearing out your head when it feels the chaos and the overwhelm?